welcome to Red V TV outside of Widnes after we've just gone down to a 16-14 defeat, probably unexpectedly after Monday. Win over Cass.
I'd agree with that, Dave. I think we certainly had enough on the park to turn this lot over, but odd mistake here and there. A couple of the young kids didn't do as well as possibly expected, and there you go. If you don't take your chances, you get beat.
Yeah, speaking of the kids, were you shocked to see Tommy Makinson rest? He was rested tonight. Apparently, he didn't have an injury. He was rested after 2 hard games. And are we guilty maybe of underestimating this Widnes side?
Possibly, but our friends over Bill and Jill have got a certain fullback that's not played here for several years. He's had knee problems. I think they're probably erring on the side of caution. 3 games in 8 days probably have a lot for Tom.
I just felt tonight the ruck speed was absolutely disgraceful. It's like, for me, I think I commented on commentary that it seemed to me that every time Widnes got on top of us, it was like a 10-12 second play the ball in between. You could probably go for a cup of tea in between, and that really stopped us getting any sort of roll on in the game. And we're really missing James Roby. Tommy Lee just offers you nothing from the ruck at all.
We all know Tommy Lee isn't a top 4 or 5 player, but in a salary cap sport, so that's what our old coach went for. That's what the board agreed with, and that's what we've got. Personally, I'd go with one of the young kids at 9 if James Roby's not there. We played Morgan Knowles off the bench at 9. It doesn't work. We need a specialist hooker.
What were you disappointed with tonight? Do you feel it was just 3 games in 7 days? You probably have to say Saints over the Easter period, 3 games in 7 days, probably the worst of any side. And even Widnes had that extra day because they played the day before. And is it just one of those fixtures that has caught up with us tonight?
I think potentially it's one of those things, but 3 and 8 or 3 and 7, whatever the time difference is, you know, we did struggle with it. I think we ran out to the gas second half. I think running with Amor and Walmsley and quite a few back rowers, I don't feel Greg Richards offers us anything offensively. In fact, it quite offends me, to be fair. I don't think he's a Super League player. Going with Amor and Walmsley, I don't know whether Douglas or Walker were injured, but one of those is needed as a backup prop.
I was surprised. Luke Douglas probably had his best game in a Saints shirt on Monday against Castleford, and tonight he found himself out of the squad. I don't know whether that was down to injury or we were resting him also. I just felt Widnes' pack got really on top of us tonight. I felt the only one of the Saints forwards who showed themselves up well tonight was probably Alex Walmsley. I had to comment that I didn't realise Amor was playing. I just don't think I commented on him at all in the first half of the game. I think he had 1 ball in the second half where he ran onto, and that was about it for me.
I think Amor was our second best prop of 3 that we had on the park. I think with so many back rowers, we were a little bit too light, and I think that cost us towards the end of the game.
I think it was tonight. I think we've all probably maybe got carried away with the excitement of seeing Regan Grace and his performances in the first 2 starts. I felt personally this evening that he's going to find it harder now because he's not got that element of surprise to his game now. People have seen him against Wigan, they'll have seen the tape of him against Castleford. I thought Widnes did really well tonight to try and funnel us inside. Every time Mark Percival got the ball, he just had no chance to get the ball out to him.
Yeah, Widnes kicked to the opposite wing every opportunity. Their winger Thompson was injured from about 15 minutes into the second half to the end of the game, and we didn't go left, we didn't kick at him. I think that's just naive at times. Whether, you know, if I can see it behind the sticks, I'm sure the coaches can. But I think it's just one of those things. We just have to suck it in and move on.
Yeah. Defensively, I think I've talked about Adam Swift's kick defence. I thought tonight it cost us again there at the end of the game, and that Widnes final try, when that ball goes through and he picks it up, he's a couple of metres out. If he just keeps going in the direction he's going, he probably gets 5 metres away from the line. But he put the brakes on, he tries to turn round, and for me, that gave the Widnes chance to push up and force him back in goal. And then on the last, I think I'd called it earlier in the game that if Widnes went down that short side and got the ball to our van, they'd just do sheer size would see them get over, and in the end that's what done us.
I think we've got a relatively small 3/4 line out tonight.
We will struggle when we're playing a bigger team.
Two young lads in the 3/4 and a young lad at fullback who didn't have the best of games. He's obviously got ability, dropped a couple of soft balls, but again, that's what we got. You know, it's a squad game, and we've decided to utilise it. It's backfired.
See, the
And
thing for me, you can't keep dropping Ricky Bailey into the team once a year and expect him to hit the strap straight away and become a Super League player overnight. For me,
No.
if you're going to give Ricky Bailey a chance in the side, he needs 2 or 3 games to show what he can do. It's not fair on the lad. I think we dropped him in against, was it Hull? Was it Easter Monday last year that we dropped him in Hull, or one of the games?
One game they put him on the wing last year.
And
They
he
hooked
got
him after
and he got hooked off, and tonight he just felt he was on a hiding to nothing, and at some point
I think
nerves are getting to him. I thought first 5 minutes tonight he started off pretty well, then he made an error, and then he compounded a couple of errors, but then senior players are doing it also. John Wilkin, who I thought has been much better over the last couple of weeks, he knocked on late in the game there when we had a roll on, and then he's ended the game by going in with a high shot when we were trying to get the ball back to get one final set. And
I'm not going to bag John Wilkin tonight. I thought he put a stint in defensively. I thought his defence was pretty good.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Overall.
I'm trying to say you can't keep blaming a youngster.
No.
Collectively, the senior pros making errors as well. And
Personally, I think what's costing us that other clubs are doing better is our young kids aren't getting enough quality opposition. It's okay running over a team of 19s. Brilliant. They did fantastically well last year, but it's 19s. It's not open age. The kid at Wigan, Marshall, played on loan at Swinton. The other winger, Davis, has played on loan at Swinton. One's done a full season.
Is that the thing? Ricky Bailey, what is he learning playing in the 19s
Nothing.
against poor
Nothing.
opposition? Is it time that maybe we sent a couple of our younger players, if we're not feeling they're ready for our first team, send them out on loan?
Absolutely.
We could definitely have another 10-minute debate about reserves and the
10
loan
minutes.
system. 10 minutes, probably have a whole Red V special on it, but yeah. Right,
That's what they need. If Richardson's not going to play, get him at 6 at somewhere in the
Yeah.
Championship.
I think
Same with Bailey.
Liam Marshall from Wigan went out on loan, I think, last season, and he's come back and
He scored 20 odd tries. I saw him quite a bit at Swinton last season, and he was outstanding. His defence wasn't great at the start, but he's stepped up, and you can see what a kind of player he is there now. You know, I think that's the way we've got to go with our youngsters.
Right,
So it doesn't bite us when we come to places like this.
Right,
Fair play, Widnes were better.
Yeah, they were. No, Widnes fully deserved the victory. Do you know what? I'm guilty of underestimating. I thought we'd come here tonight and win by 20, and we haven't. So we will move on. We've got Leigh at home next week. Hopefully, what you can say tonight is we at least tried to throw the ball around a little bit more. And do you know what? Saints fans have for so long turned around and said, do you know what? If we throw the ball about, try and play expansive rugby, we'll take defeats. So do you know what? Less moaning.
Yeah, upwards and onwards. I'm not.
We are this season.
I'm in a better frame of mind
curve.
after a defeat here than I was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Huddersfield game. At least that
yeah.
was suicidal territory. So we will move on, and hopefully we can get revenge on Leigh next week at home and
Yeah.
move on. Right, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next week on Red V TV.
See ya.